Hi everybody. In this sixth lecture, I would like to show an endgame study by Barbier and Saavedra. I believe it's a fine example of how there are so many nuances in the ending, however simplified it may be, and also that sometimes it is very difficult for the defending player with the rook to manage to exchange this piece off for an advanced pawn and draw. So we see white to play here, trying to win, and clearly after move c6 to c7 these two crucial points are controlled. Therefore black cannot immediately stop this pawn from queening. So if he cannot defend c8, then what will he do? Well, only check remains really, and now white has some options which are very clear cut. King b7 immediately draws because of this pin. King a5 actually loses, and king c5 allows the draw after rook d1 with a threat of check and trading off rook for pawn. So only king b5 remains, and now check because there's no alternative. So now it's the same kind of thing. White has to continue controlling the square c5, and this would just repeat. For that reason we see king b4, and it's the repeated pattern here. So black is forced to check. But now we see a difference. White can play king c3, and black has run out of checking squares, since after rook d1, which is forced to play in fact, since there's nothing better, then king c2 attacks the rook, which cannot come to c1 check. So, excuse me, in this position it looks like it's completely game over, but black still has a defending tactic, and this is rook d4. So the idea is clearly that c8 is a blunder, excuse me, c8 equals queen is a blunder. I wouldn't give the game away there because of stalemate, and the king is boxed in. So going back, logically, then we see white promoting to a rook, which is a nice little rarity. We don't usually see this in our own games. But in this study, this works. And this is what makes the study so famous. So it's equal material, but there's a threat of rook a8 checkmate. And the only way to defend against this, since king a2 doesn't help, is with rook a4. And now king b3 attacks the rook, and also threatens checkmate. And because of that, very simply, white wins. So that's a fine example that endgames aren't so clear cut. They aren't just immediately game over. There's a lot more to them, okay? And I think that's a fine way to start a large collection, hopefully, of endgame studies. Thank you much. This is PeterLalic signing off, saying good luck in the endgame and take them seriously.